really need to get back to a place of sketching out the ideas first. Laying out all of the imagery, the big ideas that I have, if I have them at all. And then filling in the gaps around those images. Relying on your imagination to do it, the entire thing without any references is it gets kind of boring after a while, because then you just start repeating yourself, getting a little lazy. I have all these books and all these magazines and all of Google at my fingertips, to look for anything I need to do. I don't do it because I feel like sometimes, ever since I was a kid, I felt like that was cheating. Either I like to have a picture. I don't like to recreate somebody else's art, even if it's a photograph sometimes. Even if it's just for a reference. That's why art is difficult sometimes. Or can be, I guess. I hope everybody out there is having a wonderful morning so far. Happy Friday. Welcome to Art Club. The first rule of Art Club is there are no rules in Art Club. Second rule of Art Club is, I forget. It's not important. What is important is that you're here, I'm here, and art is everywhere. Sometimes it's everywhere you want to be. You just gotta dig in and go for it. And why not? Hey, thanks for the comments. Sometimes you just gotta get in there and fill it in. And then make sense of it afterwards. Alright, that looks horrible. Depraved. Somewhat creative. Remember, it doesn't have to be pretty. You just have to finish the damn thing. That's the trick. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to start it and finish it. And by finishing, I mean whatever that means to you. If finishing it means halfway through you ball it up, throw it in the fireplace, so be it. It's finished. I've been working on this one for a few months, off and on. Only when I'm live, really. On the YouTubes. And I don't know, like 30 hours, maybe, something like that. And then sometimes I have my replicant come in here and work on it when I'm sleeping. He looks and sounds just like me. He would never be able to tell us apart. We even have the same fingerprints, share the same DNA and everything. It's very odd. I don't know where he came from, but it's nice to have somebody else around that wants to share the, share the work, carry the load kind of thing. And he doesn't have to sleep. He's a replicant, so. But I do like to come out here and make my appearances. Once or twice a week. My doppelganger. His name's Gory Stub. Go figure. But that's another tale for another time. Probably about 10 minutes. But right now, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not the replicant, I'm not just sitting here confused, just lying to you, just making stuff up. That would be kind of a replicant thing to do. Would it really matter at the end of the day, anyways? Sure, this may be live right now, but it won't be for long. And then I will only exist as the lawnmower man existed on the internets. There we go, back to 0, my usual number. In a planet of 9 billion people, I can't get one artist to come to my channel and watch for longer than 2 minutes. That's why I have so many voices in my head. I was never good at making friends. Do it because you love it, bro. Yeah, well, I also do it for the money and the hoes and the pimps and the cars. So, if I'm not getting any of that, then what good is art? If I'm not getting any hoes, what good is all this art making? Where has it gotten me? It's gotten me further away from the pimps and the bitches and the hoes. But closer to the streets. So in that, I should be grateful. I read this book called Make Art and Make a Lot of Money as a Pimp and a Hoe. And I believed it. I followed my dream. And I'm not seeing any results. It's not really seeing the results yet. But my feet are killing me. I don't know what's going on. Although I do have to admit the money is good. Even if there's 2 people watching, that's $30,000 each per minute that they watch. I don't know how YouTube does that for me, but it's great. Slow motion. No commotion. With slow motion, better than no motion. It's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. With no emotion, you don't feel any emotion. That's right, friends. In the end, we're all gonna fucking die. All right. That was a little song our friend Smokey Loki wrote about 33 years ago. Same time and same place. We were on here where I was feeling sorry for myself, and Loki came out of the locomotion and pointed towards the sky, and he said, "You know how to fix your life? You aim for those." And I said, "What are those pimps? Are those whores or something? Like bitches or something?" And he's like, "No. Just get that off your mind. Get all of that pimps and hoes stuff off your mind. That's even though that's all good and dandy for some people, that's not your story." And I said, "Story?" For I had not been named yet. And I said, "Story, that's an interesting word." And he described what it meant to me. And I said, "Oh, yeah, that's not as interesting as I thought. I thought it meant something else." But then I took it for my name anyways. And that was 30,000 years ago. I mean, days ago. 30 days ago. That was a month ago. And Loki and I have been friends ever since. They actually wrote a Shakespeare play about us. Made it into a movie called The Shining. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it was a good one. I think my mom just walked out into the garage. Yep. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Are you online?
I'm live on YouTube right now. How's it going?
Good.
What's going on?
Nothing. I just came out to say good morning.
Okay.
Hi, Abs. She was at the door. I'll see if she wants to go in.
It seems like she does. She's eating and everything, but maybe.
Oh, has she? Okay.
Well, not breakfast.
Yeah.
But I've given her treats and stuff, so she should be good.
I'll give Sean some treats.
Okay.
I'll give Toby some treats. He's out. And then, yeah.
Love you too. You can come out here and hang out too.
Yeah.
There's like 50. There's like 70. There's like 95 people. There's like about 7. There's 2,000 people watching me right now.
Maybe I should get on the line and watch. Do you want anything?
You don't have to go online. There's nothing to watch. No, I'm good. I'm just drinking cold coffee.
Oh, okay. You want to put ice in it?
Oh, do you have it on you? Do you have ice on you?
No, but I'm good at that.
Sorry, folks. That was my producer. There we go. Like I said, it's always smart to leave yourself some space to work with. Like never, if you're gonna draw like an arm, or a hand or something, or anything, just do it in little teeny lines, You don't have to fill it in right away. And that way, when you go back to fill it in later, you can do this kind of stuff and just add these little whatever you want them to be. And everything looks like it was meant to be. Add a little shadow behind that. You got yourself some kind of penis snake finger thing. There you go. Yeah. The coffee is very, very, very cold. Hello, Shahida Masar. How are you, my friend? Big Kill 99. Ha! Never thought I'd see you in these parts again. But here you are, and here I am, and here we are. That looks nice too. You look nice. That comment, very nice. I'm asking my friends to translate. What is he trying to tell me? Oh, nice. Nice. That's good, right? Thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, you first, man. You first. No, seriously, you first, motherfucker. You first. Sorry, folks, I'm talking to my producer over here. I have to talk with this accent just so he knows I'm serious. No, you, no. Okay, we're done. We're done. I just fired him. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I fired my second producer. Now we're fine. Now we're good. Shahida, I do this for you. You know that, right? I do this for you. This is all for you. This whole damn motherfucking thing. It's all for you. You should know that. I mean, I'm outside of your house making this right now. Look out your window. Hello. Hi. I'm waving at you. What would life be without a little... There was somebody on here the other night when I was live, and I was actually facing the camera, the 1 or 2 times I've ever dared to do that. I never show my face except for like 3 or 4 times a day. And it's usually to strangers and family and friends alike. Anywho, I'm an absolute liar. So anyways, I was live the other night, and this kid came on here. His name was ridiculous, but ridiculous. But he started like calling me goofy and shit, and I'm just like, as an insult. I don't know if anybody ever has been to my channel or would ever come back to my channel, but I mean, I'm a goofy motherfucker. I don't know who he was trying to insult, because it's like I start every live feed anyways by saying, "Hello, everybody. Welcome to Story Grub. I mean, welcome to Art Club. My name is Story Grub, and I'm a goofy motherfucker." I mean, I don't understand. Had he only seen that part, maybe he could have come up with a better insult. But my point is that, it's like the Joker says, like, don't fucking take it so seriously. Don't take life so seriously. Don't come to an art club, a channel that calls itself Art Club with some guy doing voices and say, "Oh, you're goofy." And then he went on to just be a total big bully to everybody else. And I had to put him on a timeout. And when he came back from the timeout, he was still a bully. And if there's one thing that I don't like in this world, it's everybody, it's bullies. Big, small, left, right, up, down, whatever. Get out of my lawn with your your ugly bully head. Now pit bullies, I like, but I have, I like pit bulls. I'm not one of them people that it's like, oh, dogs with big jaws are evil. Mm-mm. 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 No. Nope. That's what I'm saying, dude. I've been, here I am, and I found out they did live in the Midwest. He said this himself, that he was a 17-year-old black man. And I said, man, I may not be black, obviously. My skin is very brown, but it's not black. And wait, am I? Oh my God, I think I'm white. Holy shit. He was probably right. My bad. But I was just gonna say that having been living and stuff, having lived in the hood myself so many different times in my life, you know how it is in the hood, and everybody just needs to be showing each other respect and whatnot. Otherwise, I'll cut you down like a rat with a bat and a 6'4" Impala. I like Impalas. I think they're really neat. I'm actually a lowrider fanatic. I even like lowrider bicycles. That's how hardcore I am. That's how hoodish I really am and can be. And I'm just here to tell you, folks. That's all. That's all I was here to tell you, I guess. That's all. Players gonna hate the haters on the playing field. That's what an old school rap artist told me a long time ago, back in 2023. Right before I busted a capital in his ass. That's when you throw a quarter at somebody's butt and it sticks. It's nothing violent. It's just a beer game. I don't drink beer, but I hang out with those that do, and we sit around and we play drinking games. I smoke a blunt every time I do something wrong. They take a shot, I smoke a blunt. A 12-inch blunt. I'm just kidding, kids. Don't do drugs on the weekends. Well, that just got me demonetized. I'm just kidding. My channel's not monetized. I still need to get 30,000 view hours or some shit. And I only have like 2. I finally made like the over 1,000 thing a while ago. And then I was like, oh, I still have to get thousands and thousands of hours worth of watch hours or whatever. Oh, okay, cool. I quit. I just don't know how the algorithm works and doesn't work. And who it's working for. And why? Why must... Oh, I gotta finish this before somebody's like, what are you doing over there? Well, I'm doing this. So I can do this and close this up. Add a little line parallel to this one. I'm gonna leave it open right there. And open this right there. I'm gonna bring it down like this. Just like that. Okay, that's better. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk as if I'm trying to send myself off to sleep. Here we go, friends. Do not watch whilst driving, and do not listen whilst living. I should really just call my channel Off the Cuff, because some of the shit that comes out of my mouth, I just don't even understand where it comes from. Off the Cuff, with ArtClub, with Story Grub, with Sean Kelly, with Dumbass, with Goofy Mother. I prefer the name Chud. You can call me Chud. My uncle's name was Chad. I'm Chud. Oh, don't fall asleep. Not while you're driving. No! He was such a good lad. Very attentive whilst driving. Until the ArtClub did him in. Them, who, Weber. I like to think that I have a sixth sense behind the people that are writing these, like your name, Big Kill. I'm guessing you're a dude. But then there's somebody that comes on, they're called like Swan Leaf 1609 or some shit, you know, and I'm just like, that's a chick. Or somebody that wants to be. Believe me, I should know. I want to be a chicken. But people keep telling me that I can't. But I'm here to tell you, everybody, that you can. Just got to get the wings first. And once you ever solve the riddle, which came first, chicken or the egg, that's when you'll know that you're a true-blooded, patriotic, Americanized chicken. Not one of those gang-affiliated South American chickens. They're just full of bad energy. Mostly from Guatemala, them chickens. Evil. Just the ones that are in the gangs is all. Because in order to be in a gang, you've got to be somewhat evil. At least that's what I found when I lived in the hood. And that's exactly why I got out. I wasn't good at being evil. Somebody told me to take somebody out, so I did. We went out, we had a bangin' of a good time. On the dance floor, in the restaurant that I bought for them. I even gave them quite a nice lap dance. I don't know what I was doing wrong. And then they ended up taking me out. And we got married. It was the best summer of my life, to be honest. To be quite frank. What's that? Oh, sorry, Frank. I wasn't talking to you. Just go back to sleep, sweetie. Okay. Oh, Frank. Even when he's sleeping, he's listening. There we go. Right back there. You're a tree? That's quite lovely. I play instruments that were built of trees. Let me see if you can recognize what tree this is. I'm a tree, on a ukulele tree. I'm a tree, you're a ukulele. Let's count to three, ABC. 1, 2, 3, fuck you and me, and we're rugby sitting on a toilet tree. I'll give you a hint. Madrone. Or in Italian, they call it madrone. And actually, you're quite right, Smokey. It came from a spruce, but then it became a madrone. It's quite different. It's not a permanent tree. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings. They're not permanent. They get up and they walk around. What's up with that? That'd be a fucked up world if trees did that, to be honest, man. That needs to be a frickin' movie. That would be a scary ass movie, man. The trees. What is it, dear? The trees. Speak up. They're moving. That would be scary as shit. This summer, the trees. It'd be like the movie The Happening. That'd be an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Oh, my shit. My cat. She wants out. She heard the story about the trees and she wants to hear the story. Come on, kitty. Oh, come on. Yeah. My little darling. Did you hear about the trees, the spruce and the madrone? Oh, gosh. That sounds like a Patronus charm. Alla madrones, yes, spruce. And then the people turn to trees. Night of the living trees. They're slowly coming to get you, Barbara. That would be a trip, though. Like, I think in the extended version of Two Towers, Lord of the Rings or whatever, in the extended version, at the end of the battle with Helm's Deep, all of the Ents have moved they flanked like all of the orcs and all that shit. So when Gandalf and all those guys came, and the Riders of Rohan came and saved the day, and all of the orcs were retreating back into the forest to go back to Saruman or whatever, the Ents were there, and as the orcs and stuff entered the forest, it's cool as hell, but like all the trees start shaking and you don't see what's going on. You just hear the orcs screaming and stuff, and the trees are like just violently shaking and just obviously murdering all these all these things. But that would be a freaking crazy movie. I mean, if trees just all of a sudden became sentient and just I wouldn't be surprised. I know that there's a movie that just came out that's sort of like that actually, but I don't. That's not the kind of movie I'm talking about. It's called The Gorge or something like that. I watch a lot of review channels on YouTube of movies that I never watch. Like the Snow White movie that just came out and it got like ratioed so bad or whatever. It's on YouTube for free. Like it just came out in the theaters like over the weekend or something or a week. And it's already on YouTube for free. It's like I guess it's that bad. And I almost just like watched it just to see how bad it was, but I don't want to waste my time watching a really bad movie. Not because I watch bad movies all the time, but usually they're good, like bad. I don't know. It's just stupid too when actresses and actors and stuff like think that that because they're doing a role that they get to put themselves into the role of the character, or like themselves, or the I guess like including real world politics into Disney movies, to me is just like the silliest thing you can ever do, because politics change like the wind nowadays. When Bernie was running, everybody was like, "Yes, please, Bernie!" Like all of the progressive liberal people wannabes were just like saying, "Oh yes, Bernie, oh yeah," and now they're like all supporting a dude that like killed a CEO and stuff, and they're just like, "Yeah, murder them all, fucking bloodbath." And I can just like picture it's like these people nobody has any fucking standards anymore. They'll let whoever rules the day rule them, and it's like where I just can imagine like Bernie on TV, just saying stuff like, "And we must murder all CEOs, hang them, stab them however you see fit, and we will," it's just like, can you, oh my God, I just can't believe people becoming the very things that they detest or they claim to detest. And these people were just like that all along. That's why I think the left and the right need to get together and have babies and have little purple, little hypocritical babies. Or maybe it'll cancel them out and just make actual normal humans instead of thinking so fucking one-sided about everything. Anyways, back to the drawing. Hypocrites. Hippogris. We were just talking about Harry Potter and stuff. Or I was, maybe. I was thinking Harry because of the Madrone. And it's so obvious too. And it's sad too because I think a lot of people understand that fully, that that their parties are just brainwashing them, but they don't care because they'd rather be brainwashed on their side with in their stupid little bubble than dare to admit that the other side has also been brainwashed and they're just as big as victims in all this as anybody. And you can pull people back from the edge. You can still change people without killing them, without murdering them in cold blood. And I'm sorry for the people who are out there suffering. And then people are like, "Well, you don't know what, do you realize that healthcare and it's acting as if I don't have any clue of what the state of the world is. It's like, why do you think I dropped out of it? Because you can't do anything about it, especially with those methods. You have to stand your ground and be who you are, and not let people change who you are at a moment's notice. You have to be yourself. And it's something that I think about a lot. Like, I don't believe in the death penalty because there's so many people that go to death row that are innocent. And if like one person is dying that's innocent, that's ridiculous. They need to, people obviously too, they think that one person is in charge of everything, or at one person, if you take down this one person, that's going to fix everything. And these are smart people that think that kind of stuff, acting like it's not the system that created these monsters in the first place. The system that we all inherently, accidentally, whatever, just have to buy into no matter what in order to live. Or in order to exist or be anybody, you have to follow this stupid system that evil people profit off of. And that's the only thing that rolls downhill. It certainly isn't success, money. What do they call it? The trickle down? No, if you give rich people money, they're going to hoard it away into accounts offshore, and they're going to raise rent, and they're going to raise the cost of everything else and keep wages exactly the same and make us all debt slaves. And it's going to get worse and worse and fucking worse and worse and worse. Meanwhile, people are blaming all the wrong people and not even looking, or just blaming people instead of blaming our wonderful system that these bastards have set up over the past several eons. It's the reptiles, man. That's how I feel sometimes, especially when I've been going through a lot of changes that the left is just so eager to embrace and support, you know. And yet I get, you know, because I dress a lot differently now than I used to. And apparently that just drives people crazy. But there's people on the left who have said awful things to me about the way I dress and assumed things about me simply because of the way I'm dressing now. And yeah, the apple doesn't fall, little purple apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, that's for darn sure. Like offensive things, you know. I live in a very conservative area and I haven't been really disrespected by anybody that I think is a conservative, but there's been a few times like liberal-minded people. I don't know their politics for sure, but they seem pretty darn. People walk up to you and you're like, they assume just because I'm wearing a skirt or something like that that I'm just like gonna that I was voting for what's her name. Not to say that I voted for dumbass either, but I don't I don't like bullies, and I certainly don't vote for them, especially when they're liars and hypocrites like the Republicans and liars and hypocrites like the Democrats. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back from the whole thing and look behind you and be like, what has either one of those parties done for any of us or our parents or anything over the past 50 years, or workers? I shouldn't say parents, because a lot of our parents had shitty ass jobs back in the 80s and 70s, and they were able to buy fucking houses. And now that prospect is just gone for anybody. You can't even afford a one bedroom apartment on a minimum wage, even if you're working full time. Nowhere in America can you do that. Afford a one bedroom apartment, working full time minimum wage. And that's the dream that they're acting like we were all fighting for in all these wars and like all these people died for. And this is the dream that all these people sacrificed their lives for, just so people can get all bent out of shape for people wearing different kinds of clothes and wearing stupid ass hats. I say wear your stupid ass hats. People walking through Disney. I'm wearing my MAGA hat through Disney. I'm a fucking god. It's like, what the fuck? You're just an attention seeking whore just like the rest of them, you stupid ass. It's like, you're wearing a hat. Why don't you just go out and do something good for somebody? What the hell good is that doing? When people like all they want to do is create vi- vitriol, you know, it's just, and people love that shit. They just eat it up. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wear my hat to the dentist next week, or I'm gonna wear my purple hair to the grocery store. I don't even know. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I think people are better than that. And I meet people every day that wear stupid shirts or shirts that I don't agree with, or they say politically charged stuff that I don't agree with. But I sit there and I mean, it's usually because I work customer service and I have to listen to them mostly. But I don't have to put up with it. So most of the time, this lady came in saying that she's moving to fucking France or some shit. And I'm like, you know what? What are you talking about, first of all? He's only going to be in office for 4 years because they're like, oh, Trump's here. We're going to move to Canada. And I'm like, well, good luck with that. Have fun. It's just going to, when you come back and Trump's gone, it's just going to be some other fucking puppet in there doing the bidding of the donors and the corporations. Like, it's not going to change unless you change it. And then that also starts with your perception. You have to start changing your perception and the way that you view the world and the way you view strangers. You're going to have to change that. It's not going to be easy. But I believe in you. Just felt like destroying something beautiful. I was having some messed up dreams last night again. I wish I could. I just cannot remember them. I remember the feeling of them, and there's a vague memory of them too, but they're really fun though. I go through these trials. How cool would it be if people actually liked the video too? Holy moly. Even if you didn't have to stay long, that would just mean so much.